Today we're just doing a brief little comparison paper, so this should not take you very long today. I just wanted to take a day to kind of look at exponential equations and logarithmic equations just to make sure you have this kind of separate in your mind. They're both from lesson 7.5. This one was lesson 7.5 part 2. And this is just to help you kind of get these distinguished. Okay, so the question is to compare them. Where is the variable in each of the types of equations? Well, in an exponential equation, the reason it's named that is because the variable is in the exponent. And you can either describe that a little more or you can give a little example like 2 to the x equals 8, like that. So it's in an exponent like this case. And in a logarithmic equation, where's the variable? The variable is in a logarithm, or in the argument of a logarithm. So it's in a logarithm. One kind of giveaway that it's logarithmic is you'll see the word log in the equation. So it is like this, like log base 2 of x equals 5, like that. So here in an exponential equation, the logarithm is up there in the air, and remember we just need to get it down from there because we're trying to solve for that, so we have to get it down from there. And here the logarithm, or the variable, is in the log, in the argument of the log. Okay, and then how to solve each one. So to solve an exponential, remember we have to get it down, and the way to get it down is you take the log of both sides. So take the log of both sides, and we take a common log of both sides so that we can use the calculator. Take the log of both sides, and that allows us to bring down the variable. Bring down the variable. When we do that, we're using the power property of logarithms. So take the log of both sides, common log, bring down the variable, and then solve. And then how to solve a logarithmic equation is, first of all, it's got to be a single log. So get a single log. Now, sometimes it starts out as a single log, so you wouldn't have to do that step. That's why it wasn't in step 1 and 2 of the process when we did the notes. So get a single logarithm if it's not a single logarithm, and then you rewrite it as an exponent. Rewrite it as an exponent, as a power, and then solve. All right, so the rest of this activity is for you to do. You're going to make up an exponential equation, and you're going to solve it here. And you're going to make up your own logarithmic equation, and you're going to solve it here. And when you make up problems, you might find out that your answers turn out ugly. That happens to teachers all the time. So that is a possibility, but I want you to make up your own. And so I'll give you an example of what one would look like. So remember, if you're going to make up an exponential equation, now do not write mine. You're going to write your own. So I'm going to make up an equation where the variable is up there in the air. I think I'll make it a little more complicated than this one, just, I don't know, to make it a little more interesting. So we're going to solve 2 to the x minus 1 equals 12. All right, so I made up an equation that has the variable and a power. I have no idea if this is going to turn out pretty. So the directions are, to solve it, we're going to take the log of both sides. So, because see, I got to get that down from there. And the way you get it down, you can't just bring it down in front. You have to have the word log in front. Log in front. You have to do that to both sides. And then you're going to bring down this whole power. So we're bringing down x minus 1 in front of the log of 2. And I grouped it because we're bringing that whole power down. If you only have a single variable up there, it makes that a little bit easier. You'll just bring the variable, that one single variable, right in front of this log 2. Equals log 12. And this is where I like to get my logs together. So since that's multiplied right there, I divide by log of 2. And you get x minus 1 is equal to whatever this winds up being. So you grab your calculator and you do log of 12. Make sure you close that. Divide by log of 2. You get this ugly number. So log of 12 divided by log of 2 is approximately 3.58. Look at this rounding. See, I wanted to write 4 places, but that is a 9. That's 6 going to round that up to a 10, which you can't put a 10 in one spot, so it makes that a 5. So 3.5850. And then you add 1. When you add 1, you're adding 1 to this whole number spot. So you get x is approximately 4.5850. So that is how to solve my made-up exponential equation. Okay, and then you're going to make up your own. If you want to make it less complicated, you don't have to have a binomial in there. You can just put a single variable. But if you want to try that, I think that's a good idea to make it a little more complicated. All right, and so then a logarithmic equation, we just have to make up something where our variable is right there. And again, you can make it a single one like this, or you can have 2 different logs that you're going to bring together, or you can have a more complicated argument if you want. So I think I'll make 2 that I have to bring together. So I'm going to do log base 2 of x minus log base 2 of 3 equals 5. All right, so I have to get this to be a single logarithm. And since I made it up with a minus in the middle, I'm going to divide these 2. That's how you bring it together. If I made it up with a plus in the middle, these would need to be multiplied. So bringing it together to be a single logarithm, the x is going to divide by the 3. X over 3 equals 5. And now the way you solve a logarithm after it's a single logarithm, you rewrite it. I'm going to rewrite this as a power. This is my base. This is my power. So 2 to the 5th equals x over 3. 2 to the 5th power, I believe, is 32, right? 2 raised to the 5th. Yep, that's 32. So 32 equals x over 3. And then, to get rid of dividing by 3, multiply by 3. And you'll get x by itself. X is 96. X is 96. Okay, so that's all I want you guys to do today is make up your own exponential equation. These are how you're going to solve it. Make up your own logarithmic equation. This is how you're going to solve it. And that's all I want y'all to do. The next couple days will just be some review work from the several sections of logarithms. I think it was 4 sections. So it was 7.3, 7.4, 7.5, and 7.5 part 2. You'll get some practice over the next couple days. All right, bye y'all. Have a wonderful day. Take care. See you soon, I hope. Bye.